it's Mindy Harley, and I'd like to thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel and subscribing. And this episode I'm going to be talking about your social media persona online and how you can actually successfully use your social media to help you get noticed and hopefully secure a sponsorship. With that, I'd also like to announce that I've been sponsored by Muscle Rich Apparel, and with Fitmark Bags I'm now an ambassador. So I've been in the industry for quite a while, and I've had the opportunity to work with many great companies as an ambassador, and I've also had the opportunity to work behind the scenes as a social media manager. And I've definitely gained a lot of information down the years, and I'd like to share just a little bit with you guys to help you guys out if you're new and starting off, or maybe if you've been in the game for a while but haven't quite grasped some of the necessary things that are important to getting a sponsorship for you. So one of the things that's often forgot a lot with your persona and how you act with social media brands on the face of, say, Facebook or Instagram, one of the things that we most often forget, we get really excited, we build up our following, build up our followers, we do everything that we can, and somewhere along the way something happens with your attitude, or not necessarily you, but this happens. I've seen it happen a lot, and we forget that some of these sponsorships are not just given just based on the fact that we're a pro, or not just given based on the fact that we've got 100K followers or what have you. So if you're a pro or if you're not a pro, it's not really going to matter. A lot of the sponsorships that I've actually got were before I was even a pro, before I was even published. And I did this with, get ready, hard work. That's one of the things a lot of people have forgotten about, is hard work. That's gone out the door these days. And I want to see more people embracing a hardworking, highly motivated work ethic in the fitness industry. And it's not just about building up all your followers and then expecting everything just to come pouring down in. You have to drop the what's in it for me attitude when you're approaching a sponsor. You can't off the hop ask them right away what you're going to be given as payment, what's expected of you as an athlete. If you genuinely want to be aligned with a company and you believe in them, and you believe in what you have to offer and bring to the table, there should be no reason why you need to have this conversation before there's even an offer. If you're just contacting them, inquiring if they have any open positions, or maybe that they've posted and you haven't sent them an application, that isn't a conversation you should be having. You should be treating any sponsorship opportunity basically like a job interview. And what I mean with that is, say you walk into a place of employment and you're just scoping it out. You don't even know if you want to work there. And you go up to the manager and you say, how much are you going to pay me? What kind of work do I got to do around here? Is it a lot? Do you want a lot out of me for, on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis? Oh, okay, that's good to know. I don't know if I'm going to give you a resume, but thanks. You would never do that. That's not how that process works. And you shouldn't do that when you're scoping out new sponsors. Another thing to do is, if you highly believe in that company, or if you have maybe several companies that you have seen and you like, maybe use their their merchandise and you stand by it, start helping them out ahead of time. Spread the word to your friends, spread the word to your family, repost their stuff on Instagram, share their stuff on Facebook, interact with them. Not always will that company's social media person or people necessarily respond back to that, but it shows integrity that you really actually do believe in it before you come knocking at their door. It's one of the important things to do. And go over and above. So if there is maybe a process to go through for the application process, and they ask you maybe to do this and this, do twice as much. And kindly let them know. Say, hey, I posted this for you, but I saw that this was really great and I wanted to share that too. Let them know. All right. And one of the things that you should be doing anyway is being honest with your interest in them. Maybe you haven't had the opportunity to try any of their products. With ourselves, with Rock Solid Nutrition, we are a very new company. We're basically starting from the bottom, and we are looking for ambassadors, and we understand that, you know, not everyone has had the opportunity to try our awesome supplements, and we're not going to hold that against anybody, but it's awesome if you do a little bit of homework. We have our social media, we have our website, and if you look on the company's website, you're going to gain a little bit of knowledge about them that you'll be able to throw back that lingo. When applying for a job, they want to know, you know, if you know anything about the company. When you do get that interview, you know, what do you know about our company? And that's an important thing to take with you to the supplement company. Get to know a little bit of their history, get to know who is already sponsored with them, and maybe a little bit about their core values. So when you do get sponsored by them, one of the important things to do always, of course, is not to have expectations. Gone are the glory days of when pros and the like were paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, money on appearances. There is now the few that will make that, and it's definitely there. But most of the people like yourself are possibly on an entry level, have maybe done a handful of shows, or maybe young. A lot of young bucks out there competing. It's, you know, it's a growing industry and a growing sport, and you can't expect the moon right away. And just like any other job, you will have to work hard and prove yourself and prove that, you know, you are in it for the long term and you really stand by the company, and you will earn your kickbacks and your bonuses. So it may just start off as maybe free supplements. It may start off as free supplements and your entry fee paid, and then maybe, you know, entry fee plus maybe, you know, some extra supplements, or maybe even a hotel paid for. And then the options are endless after that. But you have to go into it having little expectations of what you're going to get, so that anything that you do get is going to be a bonus. And I'm not saying that you should be happy with whatever they throw at you, because I also don't believe with ambassadors or athletes being workhorses, right? So it does go both ways, but I mean, both parties have to be in it for a mutually beneficial agreement, and both parties need to work together and come to an agreement that's going to work for everybody. So those are some of my tips, some of my input that I've learned from my years of being an athlete and my years and years of work behind the scenes as a social media manager, and getting to see what goes on behind the scenes when selecting an athlete. Oh, and before I forget, never ever direct message on Instagram 10, 2, 3 companies all at once asking for a sponsorship. Huge no-no. I don't want to see that again. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's Muscles and Mermaids. On Twitter and Facebook, it's Mindy Harley. Thanks a lot, and don't forget to subscribe.